Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. So I basically almost finished. Wait, did we get more stuff on the event actually? Except for the environmental surveys, I basically finished the event. Finished everything on the story, we got everything in the supplies. We are basically good to go. So, what we're gonna go ahead and do is that I actually did notice that we did have a new drop for the campaign. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one. But first, take a look at what we have in Platoon real quick. Not bad. And then we got, oh, that was already complete. I still want to get upgrade Papsha. So we finished her out for this week. So we're gonna go ahead and start the new event here. Sorry, new story, chapter 8. It should be called Ailing Effect. Okay. Why does it take so long to load? A lot of big rocks. Wait, where are we anyways? I forgot. Helena leans over the railing at the edge of the platform and stares hard at the rock next to the vehicle. My thought wanders as I gaze back at her. She reaches over the railing to touch the rock. I grab hold of her while I'm still lost in thought. The issue with Kolfe needs to be resolved. Speaking of which, Nemesis mentioned that she has seen the symbol before. Also, Groza. Too many things has been left has happened recently. All things important, but we try to solve a problem. A new problem would arise. This is just utterly. Let me get chat open. NFL Kid, how you doing? Hi. She wants to be carried. Helena opens her arm. Fall, how are you doing? Hi, hello. Wait, can you guys not hear me? I thought it's already routed properly. Alright, nice. Do I like football? I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of football, but I'm super big into hockey. I can see NFL Kid as in like you're big into football. What's your favorite team? Recently, I started watching 49er games. Just a bit of it though. Like, I'm not super big into it, but I do follow a little bit of football. We still don't know what happened to Callan's end. However, since she hasn't contacted me, it means that things are still under control. Helena stares at me for a while, then sees that I'm ignoring her. She pouts and drops her arm. She walks up to me and tugs onto my sleeve. We're playing a game called Girls Frontline 2. It's a tactical turn-based shooter that basically is, if you're pretty familiar like XCOMs, it's pretty similar to that game. We're playing through the story right now, so this is mostly a story playthrough. Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks. Okay, I see. The timely comm device draws Helena's attention. She stops jerking my arm around.
彼女とネメシスが映像にあった黒い人影が単独で外出したのに気づいた。
外出の目的は
Is it on VR? It's not on VR. It's on a PC, on Steam. It's on, I believe also mobile, iOS and Android as well.
対象が未だ移動
But
中であるため
this
不明。
stream will mostly be story-driven content.
なんだ。
キャロリックによると、私たちが以前突入したキャロリックは観測状況からその集落を中心に
コルフェンの権限登録は完了したのか。
まだよ。コルフェンは
Oh right, Colfade deregistered off the Elmo, right? So she's not part of our team.
メイリンがずっとコルフェンのそばについているけど、コルフェンは依然として所属。
仕方ない。
了解。
The call ends. Having kept quiet for a few minutes, Helena now waits frantically to draw my attention.
指揮官。
もうすぐグローザたちが起動基地を出る。私たちも戻らないと。
戻るやだ。プレゼント欲しい。コルフェン元気ない。プレゼント。
The sandstorm draws above the roof of the Elmo and then into the canyon. Whip large chunks of rock debris towards Helena. I pull her away immediately. A piece of debris leaves a small cut on her arm, but she doesn't seem to have noticed. When she's regained her foothold, she looks up at me in confusion.
ダンス？
いや、ヘレナ。
I point at a cut. Helena looks down. When she sees the cut, she immediately shrugs her arm off and jumps back. She shields the wound with her hand gingerly.
痛くない。大丈夫。使える。
使える
Thank you for subscribing, NFL. Well, if you do like future content or you like FPS shooting games, that's what I usually primarily do on this channel.
戻り
I play a lot of Apex Legends.
すぐ戻る。あ、プレゼント。
Ah, you too. Thank you. Oh my god, Dano. Bark. Okay, fine. Oh, he barks a lot too. Oh, fuck you, Dano. Yeah, if you're on Twitch, you can go ahead and redeem like different rewards. As you can see, like this little brat here redeemed the bark, which I will go ahead and perform now. Wait, why did that sound so good? What the heck? Helena is panic-stricken. She glances at the large rock next to the railing, then at me. He says the performance, but it's just him. It's in his natural habitat. Fuck you, dude! The cut, oozing blood, just a second ago. It started to heal.
プレゼントか。プレゼントは私が何とかするよ。とりあえず戻ろう。
戻る。
Elena responds immediately and runs back towards the elevator platform. I'm still rooted at the spot as I watch her dropped off.
消失摂氏。カビタ。
Savantis. May Imor grant salvation to the lost. Follow his revelation, he shall bestow light. Tsk, these small fries are coming to meet us. Is leader and the others? Kralik, report the situation ahead. A wave of enemies approaching, but the target hasn't escaped yet. Copy. All unit begin operation. Okay, let's take a look to see what we're gonna use. I'm gonna put in Sabrina, and we're gonna take in Tolol. Yeah.
了解。
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm new to YouTube, so I need to meet new people, other creators on YouTube. We're gonna go over here. Whoa, I can't kill her in one hit. Get extra movement. I can probably use that with AoE, so I can probably kill this one first. NFL, how long have you been on YouTube? This is literally my first year. We got another one over there. I don't think I can hit him. No, I can't. I'll pop into reload. And I get go over here and we're gonna use this AoE. You're a small content creator? Excellent, excellent. I mean, like, I think there needs to be more I mean, I assume that you do sports content creation, and I honestly think that there's a lot of things, especially in sports science, that we can learn from. I actually used to like work a lot in the sports industry, so I know a lot about like the industry, especially even like the NFL, NHL, mostly NHL, honestly. I've been working in sports for like 4 years. Damn, okay. This guy who's in cover. Win the game! Yeah. It's pretty easy. Like, these are like pretty easy missions, so I don't expect me to lose this one. Ever. Oh, you do Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in forever. I know they have a Hatsune Miku event going on right now. But yeah. Thank you for the sub, though. I hope you enjoy. Oh, wait. She's so strong. What the heck? Oh, no. I can't hit that one. Winter's Fury. I think it should be a one shot this one now. Yep. So my characters here, they're close to level 60 while all the mobs here are level 20, so that's why I'm able to clear them out basically with auto. Kelfie, Vespi, provide cover for Kralik and retreat. Two enemy units remain. They're still retreating. Oh right, Kralik was trapped, right? Like she was getting Kelfie out. I think I do remember what happened last time now.
Meili, メッセージは送信できたか?
物資の注文書と一緒にポルドニッツァさんに送りました。ただ見つけるのに
So the story here, chapter 8, has nothing to do with the event right now. I do play Fortnite from time to time. I play a lot of battle royales, like Apex Legends. I used to play Call of Duty Warzone, PUBG back in the day in 2020. I'll play a bunch of that too. Actually, probably battle royale is my favorite genre. Mainly purses her lips and eventually bursts out in laughter. She literally called the main character a dad. Daughter, Lena? Suddenly struck by my thought, Maylin runs a search on the Elmo database on the main terminal. I glance Helena next to me. Her arm had been carefully dressed by Kelfie. The knotted bandage is meticulous. Right now, Helena is reaching out with her bandaged arm, trying to catch the dust dancing in the air. It's a flashback?
なるほど。ほとんど消えてる傷口の処置をね。私と話すのにこんな口実が必要になったんです。
Back then, despite my mockery in her eyes, Coffee's hands were incredibly gentle.
ヘレナちゃん、しばらくは水に
Yeah, she's a medical doll.
むやみに動かすんじゃない。
I grab Helena's waving arm. She tries and fails to struggle free. Her gaze shifts from the screen in front of Mei-Ling.
メイル、大きい四角、キラキラ。隊長から連絡です。
損傷具合、
弾薬の
起動基地に帰還でき次第指令室に来させろ。
どこにも。
とにかくここを。
わかりました。
So we had to get away from the cult members here that we just encountered. So probably getting back to the city is probably the best thing for them to do anyways. Mei-Ling looks down into concentration on working in the time in the terminal. Warm, soft. The texture of Helena's skin feels no different than any other human. I let go.
ヘレナ、休んできたらどうだ。
行かない。ここ残る。
コルフェンとベプリーへのプレゼントだが、コルフェンの分は私が用意するとして、ベプリーの分はどう？
プレゼント。
She just wants a
この前
present
メイリン
the
が
whole
購
time.
入した物資が休憩室の雑貨エリアに放置されたままになっている。だが、もたもたしてる。
こう取りに行く。分配し。
Helena runs toward the entrance of the op room. Helena runs toward the entrance of the op room immediately.
指揮官、雑貨エリアにあるのって確かみんなから
掘り出し物があるかもしれないだろう。
そうでした。ヘレナさん、あの人たちが怖いんだった。だ
どうした？
って
Hmm?
暗号化通信に留意するんでしたよね。
Oh, this artwork is really nice. Oh, they took Niter, which is one of the cult dolls, I think. They captured her. With Groza in the lead, the doll entered the opera. Kralik and Nemesis have a dark figure clad in securely between them. Kralik's hand clamped tightly on her mouth. Thank you so much! In the back, Vespoli is dragging Coffee by the hand. Coffee seems to be tempted to jerk her hand free, but she follows the rest of them into the room.
逃げちゃダメだよ。ちゃんとベプリーについ。後ろにいます。
Coffee is so cold here.
ご苦労。それは？
I glance at the dark figure under Kralik's firm control.
やかましいのよ。まったく何なのよこいつ。人間みたいな面しといてめちゃくちゃ重いんだけど。しかもネメシスよりうるさいなんて。
She's saying that she's incredibly heavy.
混雑より上りし空、朗らかにして成。
まさにこれよ。ごっちゃごちゃとわけのわからんことばっかりなら。
感染をつなげし三方。
へえ、そう。こいつと違ってちゃんと喋れるんなら初めからそうしな。
Seizing an opportunity, the dark figure twists her joints backward and breaks free from Kralik and Nemesis.
主は思考者の祝福。
The dark figure stops struggling. Her brown hair falls to her collar. A gentle smile frills the female-looking face. Her clothes are soft and have a sheen to them. Her limbs are covered in some kind of, fabric. But protruding joints flash with metallic glint. Is she some kind of robot or android?
離れよ。拒絶せし者に真理の。
She slowly raises her hand.
動くな。ちょっとネメシス、しっかり押さえて。
堅実なる物体。
Nemesis grabs the dark figure's arm, and the fabric covering her waist slides down. I notice the exposed metallic structure. It's not unusual to replace lost body parts with artificial ones in contamination zones, but to combine with the logo we saw and our suspicions regarding the robe worshippers' identities.
ネイト。
A Nido.
ニターです。
Oh, it's a knitter.
それがこのお団子ちゃんの名前なの？かわいい。はい。
Vespoli skips several steps forward, dragging Kolfe along with her. Kolfe tries and fails to shrug her off.
話してください。話しちゃダメって隊長に言われてる。
Kolfe and Vespoli walks past Kralik to join Groza. Kolfe looks up. Her gaze sweeps over the dark figure named Niter, before darting quickly to Groza. Her gaze then lingers on me for a few seconds. When I meet her eyes, she drops her head.
じゃあベプリ少し手を緩めるよ。というわけではじめまして、かわいいお団子ちゃん。あなたもベプリ。
この人は仲間じゃないのよ。
でも隊長、キャロリックちゃん
Oh, that's true.
こんな風にベプリを
They did kidnap Vesely. Krollik's eyebrow twitches.
あれはメンタル回路がまだ
状況が。
The surrounded Niter is smiling sincerely. Her hood is fixed on Mei-Ling in the main terminal. Then, the main terminal itself. Noticing the shift in her gaze, I look at the main terminal. She does not have any intention to attack, but I'm observing her while the ear-splitting alarm sounds on the Elmo.
起動基地の制御システムがハッキングを受けました。権限変更、コマン
Oh,
ド
they're being hacked.
ベクトルエンジン停止、セキュリティシステム停止、強制再起動。
ハッキングを遮断しろ。
What's gonna happen? We have more cult members outside by the looks of things. Is this place really level 2? Are you sure we're in the right place? Yes, stay alert. All units prepare to repel Niter's electronic attack. Oh, it's an EMP. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in...
投降しなさい。
Bring in Mos Nagant. Mos Nagant is a Russian rifle. I think it was like 1950s. Used in World War II, I believe.
ごめん、
みんなのために。
Most of my guns are Russian now I think about it.
配置完了、射撃準備。
Alright, the critical damage managed to kill that one. Should be able to hit multiple targets with this. Oh, I can't hit him. 3? Okay, that's not bad.
今度は今だ。準備万端。さて、ご命令を発動するよ。
耐えるのです。
Fable, how you doing? I'm doing great, Fable. Are you guys like playing Final Fantasy tonight or something? What's up? Boom? I think I'm gonna shoot the shotgun here. It's not dead yet. Pretty good, just work. Oh, okay, wait, why are you working so late?
改造の成果を見せるよ。
Oh, you don't play Final Fantasy? Wait, why do I feel like you do? Maybe because everyone around me plays Final Fantasy. I do night shift? I see, I see.
みんなのために。
You used to. Maybe that's why I thought that you do play it. I know Cat plays it like a ton. Okay, so I can't hit anybody there. And I'll pop this buff. Positive mindset. She's a monster? Absolutely. She doesn't even play the game probably. All she does is like she's playing Monopoly. That's essentially what she's doing. But you know what? If that makes her happy, right? Like, good for her, honestly.
あら、バシリの名の。
I'll pop this buff in here. Bless her heart. She's living her best life. She's allowed to be happy. Also, she decided to move to the worst part in the world right now, as everything is on fire there. I remember my friend was going and saying like, "What? She's moving? Tell her that she's making a mistake. Insane. No, she actually really doesn't, actually. I mean, she has a little bit of a choice. Okay, quite good, quite good. Okay, what can Sabrina do? Maybe she can just jump up here. Oh, she can hit this guy. You're good to go now, NFL? Have a good one. Thank you for dropping by. I remember to give that I'll check out your channel later. Oh, maybe I go over here. This is where we're gonna snipe. And this is essentially anime XComs. It's you can find it on like Android and iOS, but my units here are like so high level that I can basically automate the whole thing, and like I actually don't lose. It is a little bit more challenging on the challenge modes, but in terms of story, the levels are pretty low. Leader, you finished so quickly? Let's leave this place. Disconnecting from level 2. So, Fable, how this game works is that each of the dolls or characters here are like androids, and they are imprinted onto different types of military weapons themselves. So they have code designation. So for example, right, I'm gonna show you here real quick some of the characters. I play a Korean anime XCOM, pretty good. I should probably play the actual XCOM. I think you should definitely play the actual XCOM. It is probably one of the hardest games I've ever played ever now. Yeah, they look really cute. So this character over here, right? Her name is Lotta, but her codename designation is, I think it's M8 Super, which is the name of the shotgun that she operates. The M1 Super, right? And like, there's a lot of things that are like pretty similar about the game itself. In terms of like the actual traditions of the actual weapons, so there's a lot of lore behind it. So this gun is the OTS-14, but their nickname is basically an Israeli gun, right? Called the Groza. So her actual name is Groza, and because they're a defensive weapon, right? Some of the stuff that are included onto her kit is that she has actually like some armor buffs. She uses grenade launchers because it's a ball-pop rifle, so you can add a lot of attachments to it. So it's really cool for that kind of stuff. But they also have like other like less modern guns. For example, over here, right? This is called Papasha, right? She's a Russian doll, and she is operating the PP-19 or the Pipish. Back in World War II, the Red Army used this between 1911 to 1923 or something. As you know, the very famous Sabrina here is operating the Spaz 12, which they call Supporto Calabretto 12, which is is an Italian gun that's incorporated by the I think it's Italian counter-terrorist unit. So civilian-based rifle, and her lore itself, because like this gun itself is a semi-automatic clip-fed shotgun, and it's a very gluttonous shotgun because it takes a lot of shells, right? And her character is that she actually likes to eat a lot. She loves eating, and she's defensive, right? So it's a defensive weapon, a self-defense weapon. A lot of lore here. I think it's really, really cool on what they do. Colfe is kind of interesting. She operates this pistol over here. This is the .38 Curva. It's basically a self-defense weapon that a lot of the UN uses a lot of doctors and a lot of like people who work on the field, especially for peacekeeping, they carry this little sidearm there because you can fit it into your coat of your jacket pocket. It holds 6 rounds and has a .38 caliber range, right? But what it does is that it's particularly used during peacekeeping missions. And Coldface's original outfit is that she is actually a medical doll. So there's a lot of lore between different characters, and they really pay attention to the details of where the dolls are coming from. Vesply using the AA-12, but they call it the Vtuber-12 because there's also copyright, so they can't actually name the full gun unless they get confirmation on it. Nagant, of course, she's using the Nagante M1895, which was also used by the Russian royal family until 1911, I believe. And I turned this into a monster. It has a freaking sniper scope on it. Yeah, you can actually see the inspiration and everything. This game is called Girls Frontline 2. It's available free on like Android and iOS. Thank you, Ray. Exactly. Lots of lore and a lot of stuff. If you actually follow the actual like game from like its inception, the story itself is probably just as complicated as like what do you call that? Probably Metal Gear. It's probably more complicated than Metal Gear. Has a lot of ups and downs and turns, a lot of betrayals. The developers themselves, they're not afraid to kill off characters. Like characters get like killed off a lot. But it probably won't happen for a while until later in the game, when they'll start chopping off characters, because like right now they're trying to develop the story and stuff, get you attached to stuff, and yeah, and then they'll incite trauma. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next part of the story. Note over here.
臨時凍結をキャンセル。ベクトルエンジン再起動完了。現在の速度は時速60キロ。
起動基地のネットワークと全周波数帯の信号を遮断。
So the story here is that you are a commander and you are commanding like a large tank called the MBV, or aka the Elmo, and inside there you have a small platoon of soldiers. Each of the soldiers are called dolls because they're not human. They're androids, right? You also you used to be part of a PMC, which is a private military contractor, but now you're a bounty hunter. So you're going solo with your dolls to basically operate it in the contamination zone, which is basically this nuclear wasteland.
ECCM 装置ですか？確かヘレナさんの箱よ。
With her hacking attempt thwarted, Niter sits sprawled across the floor, the same surreal smile on her face, but her eyes are now vacant. Looks to them.
Nemesis, キャロリック、ニーターを抑えておけ。ニーター、質問に答えろ。
Kralik bends down and pulls her up and pins her against the wall.
呼んでるのが聞こえないの？さっきの元気はどこ行ったのよ？
It is really interesting. There's 3 videos on YouTube that are about like 2 hours long each that talks about the story of the very first game. And what I really liked about the first game, Girls Frontline 1, is that yeah, you can friend your game. You can play it with your friends. When you're offline, you can use their characters in game when they're offline. Anyways, the very first game, what's really really cool about the characters there is that like they actually finish the game. Like not other mobile games, right? They just keep going forever and ever, right? There is an end to Girls Frontline 1. There's an actual end.
苦痛が海面を蔓延す。命の安息を受ける。
誰がバカ力ですって？あんたの
You're the one who whipped all your shots.
こいつが私に突撃してきたんじゃない。
生い茂る。
だから私のせいじゃないって言ってんでしょうが。こいつさっきまでピンピン。ちょっと団子頭。聞こえてんで。
Niter remains utterly still and silent.
そのまま取り押さえてろ、キャロリック。
まだ探してます。確かここに隊長？さっきの戦闘でどこか怪我でもしたんですか？
Yeah, girls have been acting a little weird lately.
大丈夫よ。 少し
起動基地の修復プログラムが作動してるんです。
ええ
Groza walks over to the main terminal and takes over from Mei-Ling. Mei-Ling hurries up to the sliding door, taking care of the light in her footstep as she passes by Niter.
すぐに戻り
Yeah, absolutely.
あったらすぐ
You would have to get my UID, which I do not remember on the spot. Wait, actually, I can get my UID right now. Give me 1 second. I think I saved it in this group chat. Give me 1 moment. Oh, did I not? Yes, my UID. All right, you're gonna have to remember this. 4, 5, 2, 6, 7, 3. Good luck remembering that. It's 4, 5, 2, 6, 7, 3. Ah, okay, yeah, Ray, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and add you after this cutscene.
何言ってるの指揮官。ベプリーに運べる
I'm saving all my premium currency for my favorite character that's gonna come out later. Because I really like German guns, like the HK416. So I want Kulaklai so badly.
ベプリーさんが嫌なら大丈夫ですよ。そこま少し重いの
Definitely lets go of Kolfing and then keeps her hand onto the bow that is threatened to come loose in her hand. She jogs a few steps and catches up with Mei-Ling, who's standing at the ops room entrance.
行こうメイリン
Thank you so much, Ray. Yeah, that's my UID. 4, 5, 2, 6, 7, 3. So go ahead and save that.
いいんですか。ありがとうございますベプリーさん。倉庫へ行きましょう。いいよ。あ、そうそうメイリン。ベプリーのリボン見てくれる？跳ねちゃって。
Kolfei's hand stops mid-air. Her fingers curl. Then she drops her arm. Groza is focused on the monitor in the main terminals, seemingly oblivious to the situation over here. Kolfei looks up and meets my gaze as I suddenly call her name.
はい。
ニターについて他に知ってること。
何が知りたいんです
Dude,
か
I actually kind of like Kolfei's like character growth because like you actually get to see like her actual character. Yeah. She immediately tries to avoid my eyes. Her gaze rests on Niter, who's been pinned to the wall by Kralik. After a brief scuffle, some of the Niter's clothes have slidden off, exposed skin that looks and almost feels exactly like a human's.
全てだ。そいつのパラデウスにおける地位、あの場所に置かれていた目的、外部からの接触に反応を示さない理由、そしてそいつとその周囲にいたローブの連中が。
知りません。
Wow, that was fast. I do not know.
知ってるんなら言いなさいよ。今話せばメイリンにバラす。
キャロリック。
狭き森林、坂巻く荒波は収まらず。
はいはい黙ればいいんでしょ。どうぞご勝手に。
コルフェン。コルフェン。君の知っている情報は十分な情報が得られてこそ奴らに対処する。
You can't play? You can probably find it on mobile, iOS or Android. It's free to play. It's called Girls Frontline 2. Unless your phone is like quite old and maybe it might not work. If not, then you can download it on PC. It's on their website or you can download an emulator.
本当に知らないんです。パラデウスなんて。
ならこのマークはどうだ。
Using the main terminal, I draw a symbol formed a circle and sharp spikes from my memory.
コルフェン、君の通信。
After some hesitation, Kolfei finally relents and picks up her communicator.
受信した。
I update the comms code under Kolfei's name, then send the symbol that I drew to her. Kolfei opens the messages right away and takes her time reading it. After turning off the screen, she caresses her communicator and looks right back at me in the eye.
彼らが集落と呼ぶ場所の建物の壁や床にこれと似たマークがありました。
Dwelling?
どういう意味だ。
私が集落にいたのはわずか
Ah, I see. That's unfortunate.
彼らの言葉は私にもわかりません。
Yeah, the game is quite big. I think it's about 12 gigabytes. So it's quite hefty.
キャロリックたちのそこにクリフィ
そのコルフェン、見ての通りニターは何の反応も示さない。
わかりません。わかりませんけど、集落に
何のために
What's she doing?
何かを見たり、ただ立っていたり。
Unite us.
ユナイタス。
Unite us is like, if I remember from the first game, it's another cult.
時間や場所に
特には彼女。
その状態からどうやって回復するんだ。
I would have to delete as, but she won't let me. That's unfortunate. It's okay, it's okay. You can wait until you can get your own phone in the future. With time.
わかりません。私にはセカンダリレベルに侵入できるってことは、彼女は
Feels
あ
weird,
のデ
yeah.
タラメな空間ね。位置はめちゃくちゃ、色はしっちゃかめっちゃか。
Rosa.
先ほどセカンダリレベルに入った時、各所で不規則に分布された大量の物体を加えてセカンダリレベルでニターと接触した際、彼女のメンタルへの侵入を試みたけど、
どんな情報だグローザ、何がわかる。
ニターナンバー249。
249 is her official name.
こんなのが少なく
240。
248 because there is we took the other one 249.
わかってるわよ。248だってことくらい。今のは口が滑って。そうよ、口が滑っただけよ。悪い。
She chose to speak normally at
ま
this
さかこの
point.
タイミングで普通に喋り出すとは。
敏捷な指、滑らかな筋。
はあ、我慢できなくてつい。
Kofi is just about to tell him to stop, but then I think better of it. She stands on the spot, looking a little dejected. I rub my temples.
やめろネメシス・キャロリック。
I give Groza a nod.
我々人形とは異なり、彼女の体の一部は依然として人間のまま、機能が失われた部分だけ。
So she's essentially still a human, but
彼女は体内に埋め込まれたナノマシンによって
Noello, how you doing? You look good. Thank you so much. Welcome for I can see you joining in from TikTok.
自身の行動ルートを定めている。
Great, 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 great.
どこからの
信号源は不明。通信内容の暗号化も複雑なため、ほとんど解析できない。
Perdius.
以上、私が
Groza turns slightly in the main terminal. Her face is obscured by the light shining through the window.
私たちが遭遇した連中は、ニターとユナイタスを含め、全員パラデウスに属していると思われる。
I don't think that's how it works. These people have encountered include Niter and United that are following a Perdius.
ああ、それは私も思った。
パラデウスに所属するニター体内のナノマシンは、私たちと異なるシステム。
グローザ。
Ah, I used to play Roblox, but not anymore. I think there are way too many games on Roblox to play. And I have such a big backlog.
私たちのものと似ている。
それはさっき聞いた。グローザ。
入手した情報に異常はない。それと解析できた。
5日後、
5 days later.
集落で彼女は
Oh.
ユナイタスと話していたんです。もっとたくさん。その場所はもっとイモールに。
イモール。特定の答え。
そう。ニターがユナイタスたちを言いくるめる指揮官。
Kofi stares at me with expectation.
パラデウス。
Yeah, the main character really doesn't like Perdius.
かつては白い勢力と呼ばれていた組織だ。その最高責任者は人間を素材としたサイボーグであるネイトを量産していた。今からおよそ10年前、新ソ連とロレパラデウスの
Ah,
殲
I mean, I
滅
can
作
play
戦に私も参加
Fortnite.
し
I
てい
play
た。
Fortnite once in a while.
記憶が確かならパラデウスは完全にパラデウスのネイト
Nidos.
自律思考能力、奴らの行動パターンと行動目的はあらかじめ設定されている。数少ない特殊な
規定の規律。
この絵、作戦招待？
キャロリック、君が外出していた時
煩雑な確実なのはそれだ。
質問を変えようネメシス。
底なし棒。こいつは知らないみたいよ。パラデウスって。
Ah. This answer takes me by complete surprise.
その近衛作戦小隊というのは
国営は畜生。こいつのメンタルにある所属情報よ。
That's all she knows about that.
キャロリック、
はあ。
Nemesis odds in infirmination.
わかった。参ったな。
本当に知らん。
Groza is still gazing at me in silence. She almost feels cold to me.
わかったわかった。いい。ゴルフェン。
Niter, who's still pinned against the wall, moved imperceptibly.
その単語集落で何度か耳にしたことは
Civatas.
電野に散るそよ風。
He was the guy that was captured in the last chapter, in chapter 7. And then he was in the cult building.
ネメシスは思いつかないって。
なんでもないんだ。
I expected the answer, but I can't help but feel a little disappointed.
ニターを捕まえればパラデウスに関する際。
5日後の浄化儀式指揮官。
そうだな。
今の走行。
そう遠くないわけか。よ。
誰？
Other than Kralik, who has kept Niter under control, the dolls, including Kalfe, all turned toward the entrance of the op room with their weapons raised.
そんなに早く歩かないでください。指揮官と。ごめんごめん。だってベプリー嬉しいんだもん。ヘレナにちっちゃいぬいぐるみを。かわいい。
What's happening?
でしょでしょ。ピザさん。ベプリーさん。平気平気。止まって。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Realizing this is not an enemy attack, Nemesis and Groza lowers their weapon. Okay, no problem, NFL. Have a great one. Glad for you to drop by. Kalfe waits a little longer before doing the same. What are they doing?
もう戻ったのか。キャロ。
隠す。
Karolek turns her slightly with her back towards the door. With a creak and a slight distortion as the door opens, Vepli, Helena, and Malin loses their balance and falls into a heap of the door, knocking down some of the supply crates and scattering parts all over the floor.
指揮官。ベプリー重い。アイドルに重いは禁句だよ。
何をやってるんだ。
I walk forward and put myself between Helena and Kralik.
戻ってくる途中、ヘレナさんに会ったんです。ヘレナさんにぬいぐるみをもらっ。
Oh, I see.
スペシャルなど。でも今こうして床に。痛い。ごめん。
Kalfe pulls Vepli to her feet. Once Vepli found her footing, Kalfe gives Mei-Ling and Helena a hand too. Here. Mei-Ling and Helena let Kalfe help them up, while Mei-Ling gets them in the right state of shock of the part of the supply crate. Even with two people in the way, Helena still catches sight of Niter. But she doesn't show any particular reaction. Right now, she's clutching to Kalfe's hand with both incomprehensible and glee, refusing to let it go.
コルベ、治った。
話してもらえ。
プレゼント。コルベ、あ、
プレゼント。あのリボンですか。
ゴルフェンちゃんもリボンが好きなの。
いえ。
Kalfe has a soft spot for Helena.
これを機に所属権限の再登録もして。
I take a few steps back to make room for Kralik so that she can keep a better hold of Niter. I also take the chance to change the subject.
そのコルベン、これからの戦いはより一層厳しいものとなるはずだ。コルベン、その名を君にくれた人も君に消えてほしくはないはずだろう。
At the far end, Groza remains silent at the main terminal.
何よ。
Oh, she does not like this.
ちゃってます指揮官。
The two exclaim at the same time. Kalfe freezes and they stare at each other.
あ、
パーツが壊れてるんですね。
メイリン、伝えるのが遅れてすまないが、 任務変更だ。
なんだか私が出てったことさっきからあれこれ話してますけど、
未だ解体す。おやネメシス、あんたも言うようになったじゃない。
ゴルフェンちゃんってかすねてたの？
Kofi has always been like that. Yep.
ヘレナちゃん、私のこと。
あー、ゴルフェ好き。ベプリーもゴルフェンちゃんが大好きだ。
なんでダンスなんか。
R2-T doll, yeah, she's a tactical doll.
ベプリーはアイドルなんだから。
何がアイドルなんだからなんだか。さっきは戦闘中に隊長
ぶりっ子秘密兵器。その通り。
私が言うのもなんですけど、隊長。
Groza nods. The flickering light on the monitor in the main terminal shines a faint red on Groza's profile.
私前はといつもみんなをフォローしたり、みんなと冗談を言い合ったり。
Finding herself in the center of attention, Mainland starts fidgeting uncontrollably with her clothes.
どうだ、所属権限の。
さっさとしなさいよ。はあ、まさ。
ゴルフェンちゃん出て行きたそうに。
シチュエーションパフォーマンス。
まあまあ、コルフェンも同意したということで。
わかりました。ニターの
Mainland immediately dumps the parts as she is not going around, inspecting it back to supply crates, and then she dashes towards Groza. The parts make a crash as they land inside the crate.
メリー。
Groza tilts her head, and then she's awakened from a dream. Meanwhile, Mainland is already standing next to her. Her attention is fixed on the blinking red light on the terminal screen.
エラーメッセージ。システム侵入警報です。自動修復プログラム。
Groza stammers as the blood seems to drain from her face. What on earth? No, this is not the time to think about it. I must focus on solving the problem at hand first.
侵入エリアは。
今調べています。車載。
通信に侵入。
It's a Niter again?
今調べています。車載通信装置が乗っ取られています。メッセージ送信。ルート追跡。失敗。
通信に侵入されたの？またこのニターの仕業？
Oh! Oh shit!
私が狙いか。
指揮官。
自爆しようとしている。阻止しろ、ネメシス、ベプリー。
Vepley didn't do anything. Damn, okay. She finally captured.
ネメシス、来なさい。またこいつが体を切り離さないよう抑えるわよ。湾曲。私があんたとくっつきたいとでも。
敵襲です。緊急映像識別起動。
ニターを抑えろ。メイリー、今すぐニターに GPS 装置を取り付けるんだ。
何する気よ指揮官。
I stare at Niter, who's gone quiet.
そいつは。
Let her go? Wait, what? Why are we letting her go? She just caused some chaos. Or we keep going. But they're level 40 now. They're actually getting stronger. Follow his guidance. We await his return. Adapratus. Commander, Niter has retrieved by her subordinates. Yeah, eliminate with the high threat enemies and evacuate. Be careful. Why did we let her go? Are we gonna follow her or something? Or like trace her down? Interesting. Do I want to use anybody else? Nah. Get Renee again. Must be nice to keep using your support units. Destroy the heavy machine gun. Which one? Heavy machine guns on the left. Destroy. evacuate all units. Okay, that's easy. I think I can hit more units with this. Yeah. It's not dead? Okay, it is dead. There we go. Oh, Macchiato didn't shoot. Okay. It's fine. I'll just take out the heavy gun. I should be able to auto the rest of it now. The swarm moves a pretty good distance. I guess it's our SMG buff that allows her to do that. So Omi's out. Out. Oh, just ended the story there? Oh, because there's another main story. Holy crap, this is quite long, actually. Can't just do this all in one sitting.
自動修復プログラム間もなく完了。
ここはレッドエリアに近い。地表
Helena seems very excited as she leans out against the window. Rosa is working on the main terminal nearby. I look back and forth between the two, observing them from behind.
レッドエリアというのはただの呼び名だ。光合線エリアを得点？メイリンと
Helena immediately turns around and draws a large circle in the air with her hand. What?
ゲームでコルフェンを説得し
Helena tilts her head in confusion. The scene outside the window shifts continuously as the Elmo drives along. Helena soon redirects her attention to the view.
カウントダウン開始。3、2、1。指令室内におけるコーラプス放射線。
ああ、コンマ0以下とはいえ。
コルフェンがすでに床に残った暗褐色の液体を分析し。
ニターもネイと同様、サイボーグ型の人形だと予測は。
They are cyborgs.
ネイトの体にはコーラプスクリスタルはなかったの。指揮官。
There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her response or expression. So, what was that just now?
当時、私が遭遇したネイトや 掴んだ情報からすればなかったはずだ。あのネイトたちはたとえ防護服なしでコーラプス放射。
それなら可能性は2つね。パラデウスの再建時、あるいは再建後のパラデウスにはこれまでの経験が活かせず、何らかの要因により。
いずれにせよニターは以前のネイトたちと比べる
They
と
are.
だいぶ見よ。
I reel out one of my conjunctions. With Helena engrossed admiring the view, the ops room is utterly quiet. All that can be heard from is the monotonous hum of the Elmo's engine. This makes the perfect background noise while I organize my thought.
どちらかといえば私は後者だと思う。今のパラデウスもウィリアムが率いている
Now, I don't think William is still in charge of
奴らに
Paradeus.
技術的た
ウィリアム。
グリフィンでの最後の任務のターゲットだ。なお、ウィリアム。
The name brings back very unpleasant memories. I bet I'm not looking too happy right now.
イエローエリアの集落から人を集め、ユナイタスという呼称を使う。ウィリアムの目的がまだ完全免疫体を作り出すことにあるなら。
エレナ呼んだ？
Helena turns around looking upon me, hearing her own name.
なんでもないよ。
指揮か。
知識だけじゃなく、表。
おっと、まんまる。
A new notification appears on the screen on the main terminal. Helena runs over at once, trying to touch the screen.
まんまる、たくさん。
触ってはダメよ。
Ugh. Helena struggles but fails to strike off Groza. She reacts with her arm begrudgingly.
指揮官、メイリンが2体に取り付けた GPS 装置によると
超過パーセント
185%。
Oh.
200% になったら場所を特定し、
了解。
I study terrain through the window.
おそらくレッドエリアに限りなく近いはずだ。グローザ、3級防護にかけていたコーラ。
撤退。
Retreat.
指揮官、警戒上限を設。
Groza looks at me resolutely.
あなたの任務を終わらせるためにも撤退の。
It's an expression that I know too well. I encountered Groza again one of those ruins in the Yell Zone about 10 years ago. Since then, I've noticed some changes in her. It's quite natural for her to wear and tear of Doll's neural cloud to cause a loss in memory, which could have been changes in personality as a result. Over the course of the last 10 years, I would have thought about helping Rosa track down her neural backup stored in Griffin's database from her time in Griffin, but I never really got the chance to do that. My resolve is always to renew whenever Groza is making that face. Since our reunion, Groza has been strangely observant about certain things, completely unlike the Groza I used to know. But I wonder if the sudden obstinacy is being aroused by the face I made when I mentioned William just now, or...
わかった。
As always, I relented. Helena has started to get bored of the view outside the window, but she can't get past Groza, so she shuffles over to me and tugs at my sleeve.
休憩室に戻るか。休憩エリアの椅子でもいいが。
やだ、
She's gonna sleep here. Helena's so tired she could just barely keep her eyes open, but she's still adamantly in her refusal, just like Rosa.
毛布は椅子の左。
Good noon. Helena makes for the lounge. I repeat my answer to Groza.
撤退の判断とタイミングは君に任せる。だがその前に一つ。
な、
君の身に起きたことについて。
進展と呼べるように。
Groza replies, result is devoid of hesitation. I can't come to any conclusion based on the response.
そうか。進展があったら。
わかったわ。
それと、ネメシスに。招待メンバーを疑うのは私らしくないが、ネメシスがかつてパラデウスの近衛作戦小隊に所属していた。
でも、ネメシスが機動基地に来てから特に疑わしい挙動はなかったように思うけど、それは
まあ、
suppose.
ネメシスのあの喋り方もうさんくせ。
了。
Is Nemesis a traitor? Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink of water, so I'll be right back. Oh. Is it Richard? Was that Ray? Ray! Oh my god, wait, Ray's pretty strong. Let's see. Can I upgrade any of my units? My shotgun a little bit by a few more points. In terms of the daily quests, I could. Epley? Ah, not enough. Alright, I'm gonna go quickly grab a drink of water. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Let's see what we have in the story. Commander, we've arrived at the settlement near the destination point. Proceed as planned. Gather enough of the United's clothes and prepare for a covert infiltration. Win the 6th turn, don't lose more than 1 unit, achieve victory. Quite easy. I'm just gonna throw in Tololo. And I'm gonna let the AI just go crazy. These Goliaths, wait, these Goliaths are actually doing a decent amount of damage. You gonna pull for Diane? No, I'm not gonna actually pull for Diane. I actually don't really need Diane that much. I do need a DPS, but I'm really saving for HK416. So if I am gonna get anything from the selected unit, it'll be probably Tololol. Oh wait, they killed her? What the heck? Alright. Yeah, so I don't necessarily need anybody else. And Lana has been doing like a decent amount of damage for me too, so it's been fine. The only thing that makes Diane like really good is her debuff remover and her mobility. But she can't actually remove the giant buff on certain bosses. So like for example, the fire boss like Oleg, she can't actually turn off his like resistance on it. So I'm like, I don't really need Diane then. If she can't do that one, then like it's not really worth it. I would rather get like build a a debuff team around Kalukai and just do a crazy amount of damage. Commander, there's a small minor mishap. If we continue to gathering more Paredes unite his clothes. Crumbling, boulders, rolling into thunder, tearing. Huh? What do you mean? Blaming me for tearing the clothes? Are you willing to, expecting them to hand over the clothes willingly? Light? Hey, Light! You! What? Orange? Wait, why you guys are messaging me in different platforms? Orange is replying to me on TikTok and Light's on, like, Twitch. What are you guys doing? Stinky? Continue with your work and stay safe. What the heck? Alright, achieve victories. Win within 6 turns. All units deployed. I'll just stick in Tololo over there. And have her wreck house on this side. Because Orange is on TikTok. Yeah. Because Light is on Twitch. You little shits! You just replied to me on opposite platforms. What the heck? I can't believe these two. This is bullying. Insane. L? What are you guys doing? Are you guys like playing Marvel Rivals right now or something? What the fuck? You guys are like tag teaming. The only platform you guys are not on is on YouTube. Yeah, for the story, I don't need like any better unit. I can just use these guys. And have Renee carry me. Bomb. There we go. Alright. Insane. I can't believe they're both like this. Oh my god. Why does she actually look really good in this clothes?
異常報告。
特に異常はないわ。各ユニットの世帯に損傷なし。弾薬の平均消耗率は約 12%。
情報の入手が最優先だ。起動機種の在。
慎重に判断。
あの奇妙な塔のような建物を見た途端、ヘレナがどうしても行きたいとダダをこねてね。
建物に実際触れてみれば、ヘレナも何か。
ああ、私もそう思う。
了解。
There's a lot of cult members back in the back there.
この通信チャンネルはメイリンが暗号化したものだ。前回の二の舞にならないよう一旦通信を切る。定時連絡を忘れない。
分かったわ。
Groza taps her communicator and ends the call. The outpost is bustling with groups of Unitas dressed in robes. Wearing similar robes, Groza's team blends in with the crowd and slowly heads towards a larger spiral building with some of the distance away. Walking to the center of the formation, Helena stops from time to time and stares at the tower-shaped building in a daze. With her view obstructed by the hood, Kralik runs into her from behind.
歩きなさい。
前方にある先の尖った逆三角形の。
違う。ボリカ、あと。
Borica is bigger?
透明でトゲトゲしてる。似たような名前のものなら。
Vespley looks back at the other from the front line and points at her forehead.
見た。
うん。あ、思い出した。朝のドリームタイムの初演会場だ。雪山が超綺麗だったの。
歌うってベプリー、今は任務中な。
そうなの？
連なる3。何でもかんでも見習うんじゃないわよ、ネメシス。
あ、ネメちゃん、もしかしてベプリーの。
ネメちゃん。
Nemming?
だってネメシスって呼びにくいし可愛くないんだもん。
キャロちゃん？
Carol.
静かにしてくだ。
They all lower their heads at once, trying to stay hidden. Except for Helena. The soft light reflects on her glass spire on her eyes.
先生。
Vi! Yo, Haru, I'm on a quest to fight Titania and the Shadowbringers. Unfortunately, I can't progress until Cat comes back proper. What? Oh, right, because she wants to do it with you. Bigger is better. Bigger is better. Where are you? Who's with you right now? Oh.
頭下げて。聞こえてんの？
Just Morph. Morph has been left all alone.
頭を下げるのが。
Because I promised her that I'd get to that point and watch it with her. Bigger is better is great. You should do the extreme. Cat really wants to do the extreme.
何それ、私のせい？この服に。
永遠の石踏みを持って頑固な石。
Nemesis is over there. She's like passed out. Yeah, he's still leveling. I'm too EP. I see. I really want to finish this like story before I go back into Final Fantasy. So, yeah, that's why I'm playing Girls Frontline 2.
それ外したらどうなるかは？
ベプリーわかるよ。ウサギ耳はキャロ。
Bepley turns her head discreetly and gives Kralik a thumbs up. A thumb.
そのふざけた呼び方いい加減やめなさいよね。ウサギ耳じゃないし。てか、その意味不明な価値観私に押し付けないでくれる？静かに。
Groza, who's been observing her surrounding carefully from the front lines, has finally had enough. She tilts her head and connects to level 2.
周りに感づかれては困るわ。コミュニケーションが必要ならセカンダリレベルを使って。へえ、セカン。
It's definitely not because you're a degen. I am not a degen. Look, there isn't anything degen about this.
そうよ。列が止まったわね。
これって並んでるのよね。あのジョーゴみたいな建物。
断定はできないけれど。GPS 装置によ
Look,
れ
I
ば
am say
このエリ
so.
アで間違いない。
Definitely not. Look, I don't see anything
外
here.
見から見ても可能性は高いわね。
どの列にも引率してるリーダーがいるみたい。あのリーダーたちニターにそっくり。
そっくりどころの話じゃないでしょ。
キャロリック、ニターナンバー249。
わかってるわよ。並んでるだけじゃ退屈だから適当に話を振ってやってんじゃない。
Alright, Mr. No Pants McGee. Alright, buddy. I just unequipped it because I accidentally sold it. I needed more like space to put in like equipment.
別にそんなつもりは。
What's happening here?
もう猫は被らなくていいんだ。
静かに。セカンダリレベルでの通信時は直立不動になりがちよ。 体の動きに注意してちょうだい。慣れないから使わなくていいわ。私たちは
A sound from the distance interrupts their conversation. Lightly storied? Dude, it's 100% like I don't go around just pantsless, just walking in the city. I'm not like an exhibitionist. That's crazy, dude. At the same time, the light from the top of the spiral building flickers, and the shift gains from original soft to a harsh silver. Seeing the change in the light, everybody around them stops in their track. They make a cross sign with their fingers and takes out something stored in the transparent container, lifting it above their head.
コーラプ製ピフィラム。
列によって違うね。でもリーダーとメンバーは同じの。
そこじゃないでしょ。隊長。
What do we do? What do we do? Communicating on level 2 has already made their movement a little sluggish to begin with, and the fact that they aren't lifting transparent containers above their head makes them stand out from the crowd even more. The Unites around them slowly turns their stare at them in silence.
コーラプス放射線測定器を使う。
Groza unhooks the detector from their belt. She copies the Unites and making the cross sign with her finger, and then with her hand lowered, she lifts the detector above their head. The detector vaguely looks different from the transparent containers in the surrounding. The Unites hand, but it does contain epithelium. I can't pronounce. Epithelium. Oh, there we go.
で使えばいいのよ。
いいから掲げて。
Just hold it up. Helena is still spacing out, so Kralik taps her and gets her to lift her detector.
ほら、あん
ほんとおせっかいなんだから。
Maybe they're a bit too slow, or maybe their containers look a bit off. A Unitas breaks away from her own group and walks toward them. He stops in front of Kralik.
聞こえ
Kralik keeps her hand lifted upon the detector and pulls Nemesis forward from behind her other hand. Nemesis is forced to stand behind Unitas.
よくも笑って。
The Unitas' face is largely obscured by his hood, and he stands in front of the clearly suspicious-looking group completely still. They start to get nervous. Underneath her robe, Groza's hand is rested upon her weapon.
アドパルリタス。
Nemesis nods expressionlessly at the Unitas. Her eyes are calm. The Unitas looks at Nemesis, his gaze lingering on the epithelium on her detector just a few seconds ago.
我らはここへ集い、イモール様より安寧を賜らん。
異なる形状、遥かなる聖壇へ。
The Unitas gives Nemesis a nod and returns to his original spot.
あんた、何？
特殊な銃なのかな。
The dolls stare at Nemesis dubiously. Nemesis only shakes her head. The sound comes again from the distance, and the silver light shining upon the top of the spiral building gradually fades. The procession resumes its movement.
移動開始。ベプリ、指揮官に連絡を。
ペプリンにお任せ。
ヘレナ。
Keeping the detector raised above their head, the group follows Unitas into the building with the inverted pyramid. It's Comiket! The main entrance of the building is damaged and cannot close properly. The group files through the door as part of the procession. Behind the door is a small cramped room. A very dark inside the room. The procession stops.
やっと動き出したと思ったらまた止まるの？
まだ一つ扉がある。
パラデウスのマークなのよ。
何か。
Muffled voices can be heard in the darkness. They seem to be coming through the door ahead of the group. It sounds like a large number of people are repeating something over and over again. They cannot make out what they are trying to say through the door. Faint rays of light shine in the door. Dark room as the door slowly opens.
各地警戒を。
The group looks vigilantly. Through the door, the gap in the door, one can see a long and brightly lit corridor. It seems to be quite spacious. There is a large figure in the corridor, but only their silhouette can be seen with the light shining in this direction. The procession starts moving again. As each united passes by the emblem of the door, they pulled themselves down the transparent container that had been lifted and kissed the emblem revertedly.
私らもやるの
I find it weird how Nemesis' weird way of talking blends into the way their cult-like talk. I know, it means like nothing. Like, she sounds like nonsense, and they're like, yep, she's all good to go.
夜の帳に隠るあんたと同じ場所に口つけるなんてこっちから願い下げよう容量が物資箱にする
位置をずらせばいいんだよ
We could stage a fake kiss just like Vepeli. The group walks up to the door. Vepeli turns her head slightly, leans in toward the emblem of the door, and quietly backs away.
簡単でしょ
Following Vepeli's example, the other get past the door without a hitch and enter the corridor. Like the building oriented with the outer's appearance, the stone walls on two sides of the corridor are surprisingly crude. It's probably due to repeat plundering, and all the decoration and sculpture within the building has already been destroyed. All that remains are murals. As the group proceeds down the corridor, the muffled voices gradually becomes clearer, but then they stop in the moment the group exited the corridor. The corridor leads to a large hall, which is strangely cavernous due to the loss of interior decoration. Above the hall is an enormous vaulted ceiling which is standing over the looming figure. It's a towering sculpture.
ペプリあれ
パラデウスがなんでこんなものを
The procession stops once again. A large crowd of Unitas has gathered here, but the hall feels very spacious because of the impressive ceiling height. The group is studying the surroundings as well as the hulking sculpture carefully. Calling it a sculpture may not be entirely accurate. Its outer shell is wrought, but a battered out organ pipes. There's an oriented object on top of which crude craftsmanship makes it pretty much unrecognizable.
暗き森林黎明への炎を灯す
あれがブージャムそんなまさかそれともあれのモデルがブー
It
ジャ
does
ム
look like a
ってこ
boo
と
gem.
じゃなくて
So a boojum is basically like these like triangle shaped like monsters that are an amalgamation of like flesh and metal. For that's what I know so far. The light shining through the vaulted ceiling illuminates a dust dancing in the air, cavernous of the exterior sculpture, leading to the grotesque looking object, an air of eerie sanctity. A robed Unitas looks very familiar, similar to the others standing not far from the sculpture.
クリフィウムです隊長
Who?
コルフェ動かないで
お願いです1分だけください細心の注意を払います
She wants to assassinate him.
周囲に動いている者はいない今行動するの
Rosa looks around and pulls her hood down to hide her face.
セカンダリレベルに接続してニータをコントロールするわこちらが動けない
Oh, they're gonna
向こうから来
hijack
てもらうまで
Niter. So that's what they're gonna do. So they're actually gonna use like electronic warfare, I assume. Not this mess up level 2 plane again. Leader, we only need to take out Niter, correct? Yes, but the defense level here is hard and noticeably increased. Stay on your guard. All units prepare for combat. So this is basically like happening as an electronic warfare. Win within 5 turns, all units. Okay, I should probably do this one because we need to make it quite quick.
了解
I probably need to use total lull to move faster. Alright, let's see. I need to get there as fast as I can.
了解
Doesn't kill him right away. This will kill him.
止まって時間がない
And then Tololol can go ahead and kill the guys on the right over here. Maybe I should have sent her left. Like get her solo, kill everybody.
その
I hit this guy? Yes!
みんなのために
I kinda wish Tsuomi did more damage, but like,
着席するよ
it's that defensive buff that like makes her like really good. Boom.
改造の成果を見せるよ
What the heck?
会えるのです
今度は引かない今だ
Right.
準備万端
Even get a little bit of attack buff. This guy is undefended.
配置射撃準備
I mean, the AoE is just so nice.
改造の成果を見せるよ
Ow!
会えるのです
I just had to kill Niter. Alright. It's probably not smart, but I'll just get down here and I pop the buff.
ほら危ないよ
Damn, it just one-shots her. Okay, fine.
星々よ
走りの名の
その
That's it.
これで好きなことをする時間ができましたね
コマンド入力成功。対象の移動を確認。13分後に接触予定。
とっくにできてます
Where's
燃ゆる
Niter?
要塞輝きに消失する隊長ネメシスが止まれって
Even Kralik speaks. A clear metallic clang can be heard. The sound originating from somewhere above the sculpture, but the source cannot be clearly pinpointed. Maybe I use a little bit of echo. Maybe it sounds a little nicer with this background. At the clang, the surrounding Unitas hold up their glass containers in their palm, which is overlapped in the cross in front of their chest. Not far away, Niter and the Unitas she is leading stops moving forward, grows at the other. They turn to face the sculpture and assume the same position as the other Unitas. Criffum is at the rear of the line.
嵐を煽りし大いなる右翼遥かなる境界始まるって何が浄化の儀式違う
Elena. As drawn by an invisible force, Elena suddenly starts approaching the sculpture in a daze. Kralik grabs her by the clothes right away. Elena's hollow eyes are fixed in a single point, directed in her face. Her face is completely blank. She struggles with such force that Kralik finds it difficult to hold on to her.
こら止まれってのあんた聞いてんの
キャロちゃん女の子には優しくしなきゃ
You need to be gentle with girls.
なく
The only response from Kralik is another metallic clang. Behind them, the final Unitas group enters the Great Hall. The door slams shut in the end of the corridor. Starting from the ring of the Unitas closest to the sculpture, they lift the glass container above their head, one after another. Chanting. The Unitas gradually start chanting, their individual voices compounding into a large chorus. Raina remains dazed and rooted on spot. The dolls are also confounded by the eerie and sonorous chanting. More chanting. Kralik, having stowed away her detector, is now desperate to cover her ears with her hands.
嘘なんてうるさいの。まるで1万人ものネメシスが私の大地の破風弾道摂氏陣愛よ剣語たらしめちゃんと聞けってこの声をこんなごちゃごちゃした声をどう聞けって
なんだかちょっと悲しくなってきた。みんな嬉しそうなのにどうして悲しそうにも見えるんだろう。
どこがよちっともそうには見えないけど
ベプリーにはわかるもん。みんなの感情。
Oh, there's more chanting. The chanting continues. As it reaches the climax, the door on the other side of the hall opens. A girl-like figure, dressed in all black, slowly strides out. The chanting fades out as the girl appears. After a brief moment of silence, the United started cheering enthusiastically.
Meito-sama!
Naito.
メイト様がおな
ネイト
The girl smiles coldly. She bows her head slightly at the Unitas, and they fall silent. With their epitheliums still raised, they make their way and gaze upon her ardently as she makes her way towards the sculpture beneath the vaulting ceiling. While the Unitas shift around, Groza and the other take the opportunity to regroup. The Naito stops near the sculpture and hovers lightly in the air, bathing in the light shimmering through the ceiling.
飛んでる反重力装置氷酸摂氏塩無空気を読めですって
I'm destroying the
なんだよ
mood.
それあんたの広げたところで2メートルにも満たない電子回路なら空気を読めるとでも警戒を維持ベプリ指揮官に連
送信完了。ベプリーみんなの
Should be.
我らは長い長い
The Naito's voice resounds through the cavernous great hall. But the epitheliums of the Unitas transparent containers slowly begin to bloom and emit a faint glowing, forming a sea of flickering starlight in the great hall. Flowers, light, a girl, a seemingly harmless seed apiece.
我らは希望を胸に普通より舞せし者イモール様どうか我らの観光を聞き純潔なる信奉者よ忠実なる
Bunch of
我に
cult
追
members.
随せよ栄光と希望は我らの献身によって主は暗闇に尾行を灯し聞け
It sounds exactly like how Nemesis talks.
尾行は希望
The Unitas, with their containers lifted high, started moving. They keep circling the sculpture slowly, the ball of light flowing like a river of stars.
あのネイトさっきから何言ってんの
外側へ退避しましょう内側は移動速度が速い私たちには
みんなで
Vepli points at the epitheliums held in the Unitas and then at the floor. As the Unitas shuffle along, seemingly random dark color patches appear on the floor.
大人数でのフォーメーションチェンジは難しいけど床の印通りに動けば簡単だよ。
そう色歌手
Rosa's group copied the Unitas movement and the slow circle around the sculpture.
本当に花だったとはね。
It is a flower.
普段はおっちょこちょいのくせしてなかなかやる。
アイドルを
イモール様の庇護に我らは消えつせん。無秩序の歓喜ぞ我らを遠ざけることかなわぬ。
The hovering Nidos, her fingers still interlaced in a cross, stops her proclamation. The metallic clanging stops, and the Unitas come to a halt at the same time.
コルベいた
ヘレナちゃん。
What happened? Kolfei pulls her glaze away from Griffin and glances at Helena.
どこが苦しいんですか？
たくさん痛い
Helena cradles her own head. Kolfei pulls Helena's hand away and feels her forehead. She leans in closer and studies the girl's pupil and lip color.
見たところは問題なさそうですね。鎮静作用のある湿布です。血が渡す。
まだ任務中
Rosa taps Kolfei's shoulder and nods to the other. Following the United's example, they stand in a semicircle and watch their surrounding.
帰るべき道は断たれ、
She.
扉はま
Does
さ
that
に
surprise
閉
me?
ざされんとする。純潔なる信奉者よ、忠実なる犠牲者。
The Nidos slowly scans her surrounding and finds a specific position. A few seconds later, she turns. The Nidos are making a cross sign with her finger again, in the direction she has chosen. The Unitas turns her and raises their hand again.
カビタを捧げたまえ。さすれば普通は過ぎ。イモール様。
The Nidos bow slightly.
アドパルリタス。
The Unitas bow in turn, their hands raised. The euphyllium in full bloom glow in the containers. What is happening now? How can she make her fingers like that? Oh, you can. Not that hard. She's like scanning.
浄化されし者は選ばれた。
He has like crystals growing on him. Whoa! What's happening? But the crystals are gone. He's healed.
治ったの
散逸個体によって異なる。どういうことよ。
ありえません。
Kolfei looks down and composes herself. She looks intently at Griffin's direction.
ネメシスさんの推測は間違ってます。エリットは中期段階に至らなければ抗エリットワクチンで体内のコーラプス粒子を取り除いた後、適切な治療を施せば治ります。現在の医学レベルでは末期のエリット患者を治すことは不可能です。
聞こえたネメシス。
Wow, okay. Not far away, the Nido crosses her finger. Her eyes remain calm and serene.
浄化されし者に祝福を。
Her inorganic voice echoes through the great hall. The Unitas, now back to normal, look around in confusion and return to his original position sluggishly. A cheer erupts among the Unitas around him as they huddle toward him eagerly. Some Unitas, with the growth of their collapsed crystal in their bodies, even burst into joyous tears. The crowd is starting to get disorderly. Amidst the commotion, the Nido shifts her gaze again, and the Unitas fall silent immediately. She raises her arms, once more.
クリフィウム
The epithelium in Griffim's hand emits a soft but brilliant glow.
浄化されし者は選ばれ
Kofi's pupil contracts. The moment that she strides forward, Groza pulls her back.
言ってはダメコルフ今行かないとあいつが治っちゃいます治ってから殺した方がお手軽じゃない
キャロちゃん
そりゃそうよコルフ
Griffin walks down the aisle created by the Unitas toward the sculpture rapturously. Kofi makes no response. Everybody's attention is on Kofi, so none of the dolls notice the defensive spheres hidden under Helena's robe has started to hover. What? Is this Griffin?
浄化されし者へ告別を悲哀の面持ちは我らを普通の果てへと導く消失せし神か主は本命をもって我らに示さん帰るべき場所を離す美行再び過去を
Oh, he's turning into an Illud.
スパイスター
去りし者との再会
警戒してこっちに向かってる
浄化されし者は選ばれた
迎撃用意コルフェ戻ってネメシス交代レプリーは奴を食い止めてヘレナ
意識実験お願いお願い
ヘロイックヘレナを取り押さえて他は私と共に迎撃
And it's kicking off. Damn, okay. I wonder if I can probably finish this entire story tonight. All unit, neutralize the enemy quickly. Kralik needs support. Let's drop in. I don't have burning yet.
了解 ごめんね星々よターゲット確認
And then from here, we want. Did you do event chapter 8.5 yet? Yes, I have. Is that the event? Yeah, I did. I finished it. It's finished.
ごめんねご
I did that yesterday on my stream. It's quite good, but it has like nothing to do with the current story. It's like a different story.
みんなのために
I'll drop that over there, which hits most targets.
今だ準備万端
What are these walls?
ほら危ないよそれ
I just need to kill them all, so I can just auto it. It does have something to do with chapter 8.5 right after this chapter. Oh! I see. So is that where, like... Because, like, there were stuff that came out of line, and I didn't really understand the story. Because I did the event first, because yeah, you know, time. Maybe I should have did like chapter 8 before I did the event story.
ご命令を星々よ。ほら危ないよ。今度は行かない。
Because they did start talking about Parodius, like, all of a sudden without, like, any kind of notice. And if you did play Girls Frontline 1, you would be so confused who Parodius is. William and everything, all that kind of stuff.
落ちて隕石のように。
Yeah, make sure to do chapter 8 first. Yeah. I mean, I wish I had a bit of a disclaimer. Frolic knocks Helena out and throws her out over the shoulder to stop her from making mindless attacks. Helena, breathes fear, drifts endlessly around Frolic, and now their master is unconscious. Frolic smacks her head lightly on the face.
ねえちょっと大したことないでしょヘレン。
キャロちゃん乱暴しすぎ。ベプリン見てたよ。ヘレナに。
こいつが好き勝手攻撃するからでしょうが、誰のせいでユナイタスに襲われてたと思ってんの？
でもさっきすまなかったよね。
はだレプリ指揮官へ連絡4級総員16分後に。
But it doesn't meet her way. Coffee calmly switches over to a new magazine. She stood and dodged Unitas' attack, and then she uses her momentum to deliver a kick to another Unitas. She looks directly ahead, her eyes blazing. Griffin is a half collapse on the floor not too far away, unable to make a sound.
ネメシスコルフェンの援護。
静寂にしてみよう。
Nemesis uses the opening to create by Bestblade and takes aim at the Unitas near Kulfi. A gunshot rings out next to Kulfi. She glances in that direction. The Unitas falls on backward. Kulfi frees her crossbow from her hand and aims at the Unitas directly in front of her. Crossbow? What did they talk about crossbow? The shot collapsed. Kulfi locks into Griffin. Nobody now stands between them. She runs up to him and presses the barrel against his head.
第一治療後科学防護隊第三医療班。
浄化されし者に
The Nidos raises an arm. She points at the United among the cluster of light, who looks a lot shorter than the others. Rosa stares at the cluster of light, feeling an unsettling sense of familiarity. A short distance away, Kulfi is holding Griffin by the collar.
届けても無駄よ。お前らやりやがってそもそも近くにいなかった。
Oh, it's the enemy's crossbow. I see. Oh yeah, because she's like taking it and like shooting without using her pistol.
我らは共に行かん。
The cluster of light fades. The shot the Unitas turns toward Groza's group and at Nidos' order. Under the hood is a very familiar face. Oh, sex. Wait, okay, that's why.
何がおかしい何がおかしい何がおかしい。殺すお前を殺すお前を殺してやる。
コルフェン
この手で。
Wait, this is getting. Oh, dude, I actually really like Kulfi.
リスクは全て排除されました。指揮官の役に立ててよかったです。
Her story is getting way more interesting. What is that? Who's that? Helena's safe for now. Nemesis, cover Kulfi's retreat. Redundant swarm of ants dissipating. What is this? Oh, sex. Wait. That's not the normal sexton that we know. It's a different sexton.
たわいないわね。
Who is that? Reduce sexton's health below 30%. That doesn't seem too difficult. I can do this. If I can break...
了解
I can just do like this, maybe?
今度は今行きます今だ
And I'll break the cover and kill these guys.
仕方ないそのみんなのために
That's gonna kill her, yep.
私が楽勝よ
Using the brief window between attacks, Crawler dashes toward the quarter while carrying Helena.
またヘレナが落ちた
Deathblade reaches out to keep Helena up.
まったく思いやりのないアイドル
はいはいはい、モテなくていいから黙ってなさい。わからない。コルフェン飛び。
The group runs down the corridor and reaches the main entrance. A ray of light shining through the half-open door.
殺した
コルフェン。
姉さん
Nemesis goes around Kofi and opens the door.
ネメシス、コルフェンをお願い。楽。
After repelling the United in pursuit, the group exits the spiraling building through the main entrance.
昔みたいに私に
She didn't find out why they attacked the medical unit. Or maybe she did. Leader, Helena won't wake up. Should I place her down to support you? Groza, the drone is expected to arrive and exit in 15 minutes. Copy. We'll head to the target area before the drone arrives. Eliminate as enemies as possible. Okay, that's no problem. Again, I'll just use Renee.
あーいないわね
Because Renee's insane. Ah, it's good to have a whale in the game.
立ってろほら危ないよ今度は引かないみんなのために ごめんね ごめんね
Should wrecking house.
ごめんね私が終わらせる私の新発明味わってみて
Wait, what's the mission? Eliminate 3 U15 in 4 turns. Who's U15? Wait, I gotta figure out who U15 is. Not these guys. Are these U15s? These guys?
改造の成果を見せ今だ今度は今だ
Maybe I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll do it later.
準備万端私が終わらせる
Sure.
私が終わらせる。
The ones one of the ones on the right side is one of them. Oh, you 15. Ah, that guy. In 4 turns? Can I kill him? Yeah, I can kill him. There we go. Okay, I think that's enough. I can get out of here.
準備万端。
He's not close enough. Okay, that's fine. That's good enough. There we go. Jesus.
想定通りの勝利です。
Yeah, I don't want to spend like forever on this. How far are we? Oh, we got like 2 more. That's not that bad. Aboard the drone, the dolls who are damaged to various extent have carried out their provisional repairs on themselves. Kralik places Helena, who is still unconscious on the floor. Kofi is sitting away from the cabin door, hiking her legs.
各自損傷報告。
脚部の油圧シリンダに損傷。素体左側主関節の動力モジュール停止。予備。
Definitely makes a complex gesture with a hand.
ワンハンドダンス。超すごくない？あ、待って。
落ち着きなさい。予備の装置まで壊れたらメイリーは徹夜よ。隊長、こっちの素体損傷木漏れ日のネメシスは素体損傷率 19%。後ろで隠れてるってのも悪くないわね。ネメシス
Yo, Nemesis is nice to sit in the back, isn't it?
あ、そうなら試して。コルフェ、
大丈
Kofi sits with her back against the cabin wall, hugging her legs and hanging her head. The drone shudders, jolting Helena's body and making her hair fan out to Vetli. Vetli reaches out to tidy Helena's hair.
あの金髪の女の子。
I see. Hello. How you doing? We're in the last bit of like chapter 8 for Girls Frontline 2. Glad for you to join us here.
名前。
Sexton. What a nice name.
過去に遭遇したわ。で、
それ私も思った。最初からあの程度だったらあんなことには。
何か異常。
で、異常。
Bepley has finished straightening out Helena's tousled hair. Without tangling the weight, there's a large bump in the back of Helena's head, which is now clearly visible.
エレナ、起きたら痛いだろうな。
You're very EP. I just woke up. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome, Sleepy. Get some coffee or something. Do what you need to do to wake yourself up. Shake that leg.
だからあの時はそうするしか。なんなのよ、そ。
あ。
目を覚ましたんだね。で、
After feeling around with her hands, Helena opens her eyes and sits up with Bepley's help.
そのヘレナ、ちょっと何すんの。
Helena looks at the person speaking to her, then jumps right into her feet and charges angrily towards Kralik. The 3 sphere drifted behind her and saw have their muzzles trained on Kralik.
来ないで。来ないで。出て行け。
Helena suddenly collapses abruptly into Kralik's arm, revealing Kulfi behind her. Kulfi waves the syringe that she's holding.
鎮静剤です。
I saw you streaming, but I just could not have visited. I haven't been here in a long time. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you visited. Take your time of your day. I know you're a little bit still tired and sleepy, but I'm glad you could come by and drop by, even just for a little moment. I appreciate that. Honestly, I appreciate that a lot. You don't need to force yourself. I'm playing this game casually because I enjoy it.
軌道基地に戻ったら改めて。
Kofi takes the syringe carefully apart and puts it back in her pouch.
メイリンさんから連絡が来ました。
This side story is a lot more darker than the one with Macchiato.
直ちにここを離れる。
ベクトルエンジン起動。時速 70km。
The cabin door opens. The group, a light from the aircraft, is heading towards me. Nemesis is carrying Helena on her back.
君は整備室へ。グローザたちに損傷があるようだ。メイリン、すまないが整備室で待機していてくれ。
見たところ正常ですが、実際の状況は不明です。
コルフェン、ひとまず。
ネメシス。少し。
Just the two
で
of
きれ
us.
ば2人。
I see.
なかった。ネメシス。メンテナンスはグローザが先だ。終えたらネメシスと交代して。
分かったわ。
I give Kofi an inspection while she gazes at me.
素体に大きな損傷はなさそうだな。コルフェンのメンテナンスは最後だ。
もう中枢エリアに。
わか
Ah, the cargo.
コルフェン、
Cargo.
中枢
Is
エ
that
リ
the
アへ。
sexton unit? It's not. There's no way. I'm gonna go for now, but I can come back before the stream ends.
行動に決して口を挟まない。
If I don't get here in time, I hope you have a good day or good night. And that everything's going well. Thank you so much. I'm probably gonna finish up like pretty soon, like at least within the 30 minutes or so. But it's totally fine. Go get some rest. Go get some sleep. It might be a little bit too early, so you can continue napping.
独自に潜入作戦を執行し、クリフィウムを消したく。
責任を取っ
私の素体もメンタルもあなたに差し上げます。その代わり私に復讐させてください。クリフィウムは始まりに過ぎません。
Oh.
君の素体とメンタルが大事なのは君だけだ。それを私にどうしろと。
それなら私は
She's going on a revenge.
戦えます。指揮官が隊長が命令すれば私は戦えます。給料なんていりません。今の素体。
君の射撃管制コアとスティグマを結んだ銃ではやれることは非常に限られている。例えば君に高難易度の任務を
改造する必要があるなら、もし改造してもらえるなら。
Coffee shudders. She looks at me forcibly, widening her eyes. The identification code displayed at her pupils clearly visible. I give her a long look.
まあいいさ。ちょうど君たちが確かこの辺に随分と。
What is that? Kofi pauses for a second as she holds out her hand. Uncertainly, she takes the metal box I'm offering.
情報や手がかりが少なくて苦労したよ。しかもポルド。
Oh. Kofi stares at it, utterly dumbfounded. The set of clothes is very familiar to the color Kofi is currently wearing, under the layer of fabric that indicates a mechanical arm. She reaches out to cautiously touch it, but retracts her hand quickly as she's about to make contact. Her hand freezes in midair.
参照物がない中、技巧や造形、色調をポルトニッツが可能な限り元のままにしてくれたそうだ。まあそのおかげでかなり時間とし。
違う。
After much hesitation, Kofi finally puts her hand on the piece of clothing. The fabric feels soft and cold. Her finger slowly caresses the sleeve and the front panel.
こことここ、多分血がついてた。
Oh.
でも
今なんてどこか変だったか。とりあえず
Kofi looks at me abruptly. Her hand goes limp, and the box tumbles out of her grip. She thrusts her arms immediately to catch it, but loses balance and ends up falling into her knees with the box carefully cradled in her arms. It's Startled out, I reach out to make sure that she does not drop the box and pull her back up.
どうしたんだ。やはり素体に損傷が。バランサーの問題か。
いえ、違うんです。
Still on her knees, Kulfi hugs the box closely to her chest in a daze. I tried dragging her back to her feet, but to no avail.
ヘレナが君にプレゼントをしたいと言っていてね。よくよく考えてみたら、君が加わって以来、君が第11領後科学防護隊第3医療班にいた時の記憶を大事に思っているのを見て、まあなんだ、デッドラインを持ち出したのは要するに私もこういうのは苦手なんだ。とにかくあれだ。だが嫌な記憶というのも一概にマイナスというわけでは。
Damn, okay.
コルフェン、君には2本の足がある。前へ進むときはその2本とも使うわけだろ。
These words might be meant for myself. I pat Kulfi on the shoulder and help her straighten her rumpled collar.
何か考えや要望があれば自分の気持ちを明確にしてからはっきり言っていいんだ。なぜ復讐するのか、なぜ復。
I try to pull her up again, but she still won't move. I chuckle helplessly.
私がそんなに信用ならないか。
指揮官、名前はアンフィア・シャラポワ、中央陸軍 EFR 第11領後科学防護隊第3医療班の班長、私の姉です。2073年10月22日、あの日、私はただの人形でしかないんです。
Looking at Kulfi, I can almost see my past self. I hesitate for a moment, then I pat her again and kneel down to with her.
私にもわからない。人形だって泣いたり笑ったりする。私にとって君はコルフェン。
Damn, dude, the emotions are heavy with this one.
謝るのは
Kulfi grips the metal box carefully with one hand and returns my hug with her free arm. Her hand is shaking. I clearly sense that on my back through my coat.
ごめんなさい。たくさん迷惑かけてごめんなさい。ありがとうございます。私なんかのためにごめんなさい。
やっぱり。
Kulfi hugs me again. She dries her eyes, puts the box aside, and pulls herself to her feet. She bows solemnly to me.
身勝手な出奔をお許しいただきありがとうございます。コルフェン、ただいま戻りました。
そうだな。
Still bending at the waist, Kulfi offers me her hand and helps me off the floor. After that, she picks out the metal box reverently with both hands.
そうします。プレゼンヘレナちゃんの
悪いな。
平気です。
She runs off 2 paces, then stops. She turns around and gives me her usual bright smile.
今日言った言葉、コルフェン、ちゃんとインプットしておきましたからね。指揮官。
Oh, she's back to normal. I wave at her and watch her leave the central hub with the metal box in her hand.
さて、時間的に。
We have one more story, right?
指揮官、
ご苦労。
終わったわ。さ
ここに来るまでにいろんな質問を。
コルフェンと
いや、大したことじゃない。
指揮官はいつだって積極的。
そういう話じゃない。
いいわ。
まず何があった。
ヘレナよ。防御システムを制御できずに暴走したの。
詳しく聞く。
暴走する前ヘレナは儀式や実験といったさらに浄化の儀式でネイトは正常
ネイトに会っ
You
た
saw
のか。
NATO?
浄化の儀式を取り仕切っていたものを
そうか。しかしカビタが、
特殊なトリガー
いや、ヘレナが複数存在するとなればヘレナに関するこの依頼、
例のバイオテクノロジー関連分野の企業がパラデウスである可能性は。
後者かもな。もしパラデウスがホワイトエリアで、
今回の潜入作戦でヘレナの存在が敵にバレたわ。
カリンの状況が分かっていないんだ。
いいえ、
ちょっと待って、
Hmm.
君たちの損傷は
セクスタンスよ。
セクスタンスだと。
わからない。私たちが到着する前から城内にいたみたいね。コーラプス放射線測定器の数値が危険域に到達次第撤退せよ。
戦いの後、
状況が混乱していて、
ネイトの情報、そしてセクスタンスとの交戦状況も作戦報告。
了解。
ネメシスはどう？
いつもど
環境情報を。
現在の座標 7WE2W
またコーラプスストームに峡谷か。
敵襲。司令室上部で。
What? More explosions? Oh, Sexton. Gonna figure out why we were attacked by Sexton now. Did you enjoy blowing a hole through my operation ruining the canyons? Groza, have you spotted the enemy? Pedro Diaz pursuer spotted. Strong interference ahead. All units stay alert. Trouble incoming. Can you handle it? We'll do our best to take care of it. The enemy's attacking. All units prepare to battle. Okay, I just have to, well, just win, right?
たわいないわね。
What is that, railgun? Is it an SF technology? Can I do it like right there? Yes. Well, this one's a little bit more tankier. And dead. Wow, that was fast. He's just running away. A normal enemy response. All unit halt pursuit.
作戦完了っと。あ、戻らなきゃ。逆探知はまだできてません。車体メンテナンスの時間もなくて。
グローザ。敵よ。まさかセクス。
A burst of static comes through the comms, making it difficult to make out what Rosa is saying.
彼女だけなのか。他に
ないわね。
撤退したの。
私たちの射程が。
繋いでくる。
Mainland displays a new comms window over the projection screen. I walk up to the projection screen. I find myself looking at Sexton, who's wearing a hood. I cannot be certain if the collapsed storm is affecting the signal response or if Sexton's vocalization module is damaged, but her words are very choppy. A simple greeting took her seconds to get out.
挨拶はいい。君と顔を合わせる。
Oh, this is the beginning of the event.
そんな。
Sexton makes no reply of any sort of movement. She looks at the static image pasted on the projection screen.
工藤さん、異常は。異常です。茶番に付き合うつもり。
Sexton takes off the hood, revealing the exposed circuitry, protruding eyeballs, and mangled metallic hardware.
また通信です。番号か。
Lena! That should be the end of this one here. And I think that's where we meet Dandelion. So that is like, I see. I have a little bit of time to do the challenge missions too, and recap what basically everything we just saw there earlier. Holy crap, there's a lot to unpack there. So in here, just a simple, just go in there and destroy everybody. But in the meantime, while I go ahead and do this one, I think that's it for most of the main story. I'm gonna go look for somebody to raid. So I'll let this one run in the background while I look for someone on Twitch here. Who's playing right now, actually? Maybe we find a Girls Frontline 2 streamer? Let's see. Who's the streamer? Wait, let me take a look if I can find this person. All right, let's put up a browser. Capture.
Create added peace of mind with standard lane departure alert.
See, the event is right after. Yeah, you're right.
Corolla. Create.
I can't raid on YouTube yet, but give it a second here while I wait for this all to load.
I got Sabrina or Spaz.
Oh, I need to refresh. Why is it loading so long?
The stream is on fire. Oh no, not again.
Oh, is it? The
Wait,
stream is
what do you
dying?
mean by that?
No, so it should be fine. Oh, it's running in a slower mode. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and raid Jack Dalen. He looks like he's playing Girls Frontline 2. And it looks like he might be on chapter 7 by the looks of things. Yeah,
It's
so
not gonna kill it.
I'm gonna go ahead and send it over to him right now. Give me one second.
I'm gonna save Lotta here. I'm gonna move her
Gonna
here.
drop the raid.
Apply neural adjustment.
Jack Dalen.
And
All right, thank you, Ray, for joining me. Everybody on
Rosa,
Twitch
what
and
can I do with you?
YouTube and TikTok, thank you for coming onto the stream. And I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go
Actually,
ahead and
better
finish some of these
idea.
challenge mission and call it a
Oh,
night myself.
Rosa, you have, like,
I'll
no
see you guys
movement.
later.
Oh my god. So we can kill him. That's good.